Hey, and welcome to a YouTube video made by a random stranger about a fictional baseball league. I know this is going to find a huge audience. We get fictional money for producing media about a fictional league, so I figured I'd give it a shot, make a video, and I thought I'd take a look at who might be the king of the three true outcomes in this fictional baseball league. So let's take a look. So first off, a disclaimer. There's 14 fictional teams in this fictional league, and each one has at least 9 fictional batters because that's how many you need to fill out a lineup. And I didn't feel like going through 130 names. So it's entirely possible that I did not actually find the king of the three true outcomes. But what I did do was look at each of the categories that make up the three true outcomes, find the leaders in those categories, and at least look at those. So between strikeouts, home runs, and walks, there's 15 names that I pulled, 5 at the top of each category to start with. So let's start out with a positive. Let's talk about the 5 best home run hitters last year in the pro baseball experience. So in 5th place, we have the shortstop from San Antonio, Bobby McDonald, with 29 home runs. Tied for second, actually, are 3 players, all with 30 home runs. We have the designated hitter from the Outer Banks, Klaus Bergen-Cannon. We have the center fielder from Boise, Connor McDavitt. And we have the shortstop from New Orleans, Richie Bonanza, all with 30 home runs. But your PBE home run champion, season 23, is Scott Poe, the left fielder from San Antonio. All of these guys have done a great job at putting their name in the ring for king of the three true outcomes, because home runs is one of the 3 true outcomes. Home runs, walks, strikeouts. Let's go ahead and take a look at how they did in the other categories. So I have these 5 players sorted by their 3 true outcome percentage, based as a percentage of their plate appearances. By the way, had to calculate the plate appearances manually for all of these players, so I'm super glad that I only had to do it for 14 players and not 130. The reason I say 14 is these green boxes show you that who was top 5 in what categories. And as you can see, Bobby McDonald was also top 5 in walks. So when we do the walks leaderboard in a second here, he will show up there as well. Most surprising to me on this list isn't that Scott Poe led because he had the most home runs. That makes sense to me. It's that Bobby McDonald didn't, even though he was top 5 in both home runs and in walks. The problem with Bobby McDonald, like I always say, is Bobby McDonald is too good at baseball. He does not strike out enough. He's never going to be the king of the 3 true outcomes as long as he keeps making contact with the ball like this. So Bobby McDonald, try again next year. Next, let's look at a list that's less positive. Let's look at the 5 hitters with the most strikeouts last year in the PBE. Here they are. I'm not going to do a big dramatic reveal. They don't want to be here. Let's not celebrate it. I included the years that they've been in the league here because I wanted to show you that the reason that they are able to rack up so many strikeouts is that these teams have no other choice. If Kashima Foxes had any other left fielder to trot out other than Kevin Hunter, I'm sure they would have. It's not his fault that he had a -4 WAR season. He literally was forced to play at the major league level before he was ready. So he got 137 strikeouts, which was 5th in the league, because he had to play 100 games in left field and he wasn't ready yet. So I just wanted to put that up there. These percentages are really high. Kevin Hunter, Bruce Buckley, Nick Wilson. I don't know if you remember from before, but all 3 of them have a higher 3 true outcome percentage than even Scott Poe. So it seems like in this league, the best way to rocket up the leaderboard to become the king of the 3 true outcomes is probably to go and strike out a bunch. Like I've been saying, Bobby McDonald, get it together. But last, before we crown anybody king, we need to take a look at the walk leaderboard. So here it is. Here is your walks leaderboard. These are the top 5 players last year in the pro baseball experience at earning walks, sort of. My method was I went and found the top 5 players in terms of bases on balls, and I went and added their hit by pitches in manually. The problem with that method is if a player was 6th or 7th in bases on balls but had way more hit by pitches, they should be on this list, and they're not, hypothetically. To that person, if they are looking for the name and they're very upset that they're not on the list, I would say, I'm not sorry, because I'm not going to apologize for my lack of scientific rigor. I'm not Bill James. And I did try. Not my best, but I did try. And I would also say that if you look at the 3 true outcome percentages of this group, this is the weakest of the 3 groups. So it's unlikely that our king would have come from this group anyways. So to show you that, let's go take a look at the master leaderboard. Let's go see who our king is. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the Pro Baseball Experience Season 23 3 True Outcomes King, Kevin Hunter. Kevin Hunter, congratulations, man. You were almost certainly the least valuable player in the league last year, but you also were the king of the 3 true outcomes. You made it so that the defense had to do the least amount of work possible, and that's a beautiful thing. And I just want to congratulate you, man. If we take a look at the leaderboard as a whole, we'll see that Bruce Buckley was 2nd place and Nick Wilson was bronze. So congratulations to those 2. But you'll notice that the strikeout leaders are at the top of the leaderboard. The walk leaders are generally at the bottom of the leaderboard, and the home run leaders were near the middle. So if you are going to make a run next year at this title, my recommendation would be to prioritize striking out and then hitting home runs, and last, walks. That seems the least important part of getting on this list. So keep that in mind next year. I just want to point out, ladies and gentlemen, that everyone on this list has at least attempted to kill baseball. They didn't succeed. You can't kill baseball. It's like the metal. But they're all trying very hard to kill it and make sure that the defenders don't have to play anything, and it's just the pitcher and the batter, which is fine. They can do whatever they want. You know, I'm not their dad, but something to keep in mind. See ya.